Take it away.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We took a short break there. Thank you, everybody, for being here and for listening to the discussion. It was a very long discussion, but I think it was very needed for, the matter at hand that's going on around in the world right now. But with that being said, thank you for being here. We're going to be doing Resident Evil 7 in New Game Easy. As I did say, when we hit if we hit 9K, I need an olive. If we hit 10K, I eat another olive. So every 500 increment, I would eat another one. So it seems to be at 4 now. 4, I think.
Yes, we're at 4.
We're at 4 now. So every $500 raised, so $11,500, I will add another one to the tally. And I know how much my community loves to watch me suffer and eat olives. So yeah, join in on that. I hate them so much.
Well, you know how they say how you punish the ones you love? Well, I guess you're very much so loved.
Yeah. So please, guys, donate if we can get the links in chat. I don't know if there are. I'm not reading chat at the moment, but
exclamation donate. Let's
get those links going. Let's raise some money for the Bale Project. Would really appreciate it. Anyways, with me, I have Marforia.
Hello, everyone.
Another Resident Evil 7 speedrunner. She's lovely. And we also have G-Virus on the mic with donations. So yeah.
Hello.
There we go. So we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, during the intro, I guess I have some...
We have tons of donations to probably get through.
This will probably be the longest streak of donations I've ever read at NoReset, so please bear with me, and also thank you very much.
Not a problem.
So we have Schmarmalade, who donated $5 and says, "Hey Kat, how much for a shot of olive juice?" KatLink smile.
Oh no. I don't know about that one. I already have to eat 4 olives.
Just say 50K. It's all good.
50K.
50K. It'll be worth it. But,
and before somebody actually donates that much, and then I'm like sitting here, I'm like, well.
They're gonna be like, "Hey, Elon, do you know someone who doesn't like olive? We got just the person for you."
But thank you, Shmar. Appreciate that.
Thank you. We have Knives112 who donated $30 and says, "This is to support a good cause. Black Lives Matter. Happy birthday, Kat."
It's not my birthday, damn it, but thank you, Knives. I appreciate you. Damn you. Damn you.
Is that an inside joke or something?
Yeah, my chat has literally made me 1,000,000 years old at this point. They wish me happy birthday every day. So
we're going to party like it's your birthday. And Omega Legion donated $100. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Thank you.
Smooth Operative donated $20, and they say, "All the love and support. Black Lives Matter. Heart."
Thank you, Tippy.
It's Ethan.
We have Dwarven Dynamite with $20 who says, "Thank you for those amazing words, Level. This event, the organizers, the runners, and the support from everyone in chat continues to prove we're not alone in our fight. We can and will get through this together. Stay strong." Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dwarven.
Thank you, Dwarven.
I don't know how, but she's back.
We have another $20 donation by the Massive Gnosis who says, "Thank you for this event. Sorry I missed most of it. No worries.
Dolby.
And thank you for being with us. That's the important part."
Thank you.
Faj donated $20.40 and says, "Just a little total fixing. Passes all the olives to Kat."
Oh my. Thank you.
Hurry Boy donated $10 and says, "As a black guy, I can just agree with everything Level said. Racism isn't as strong in France as it is in the US, but I totally understand Level best, and what's happening in the US makes me so angry. We need to stand and fight racism. I'm proud of being black. Black Lives Matter, and fuck racism."
Hell yeah, dude.
That was censored, but I do what I want.
This is the place.
Travis 105s said donated $20. LP Soldier 0303 donated $50. $50 and says, "Thank you all so much for doing this stream. We as speedrunners/streamers have stood together before, and we will stand even stronger together now." And I couldn't have said it better myself. Clubhouse 13 donated $7 and says, "Sending all the love to a good cause and hopefully push things to the goal where we can all be treated equally, and also to push the donor amount to an even number. Much love, y'all."
Yo, thank you, Club. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
A certain Chad Thorson, I don't know who that is, but donated $4 and says, Thank you to Big John and the Level Best for speaking their minds. I love this community for all of what you stand for. Thank you so much. We love you too, Chad.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
Quinny G donated $10 and says, this past week has been so emotional but enlightening. Watching this stream has opened my eyes to so many things going on. Thank you all for speaking. Bless Black Lives Matter.
Hell yeah.
Cleavage donated $50. Cleavage, yeah.
Thank you, Cleavage.
Reset. Let's go. Done.
All right.
Quiet Edgar 777 donated $20 and says, thanks y'all for creating this important event and bring on so many amazing streamers. Thank you so much for the kind words. Nico MKW donated $50 and says, I wasn't supposed to donate anymore, but fuck it, this cause is so important. I agree. Armageddon 031 donated $5 and says, don't have too much to give, but every little bit counts for good causes. Much love, everyone.
Thank
Monkey
you.
Shines. Monkey Shines donated $20, followed by Spoopy Penguin, who's actually going to be running the DLC right after Cat. Donated $80 and says, for change, for love, for justice, fuck racism, Black Lives Matter.
That's what's up.
And then, you know, our first bomb of the night, Chandler, just a reminder that they've donated $800 and says, no words are strong enough to say thank you for what you all are doing. Money means nothing if it cannot help change our world for a better place. Black Lives Matter. And thank you once again for pushing us past $10,000. Thank you so much. We got a $5 anonymous donation that simply says Black Lives Matter, and they do. Followed by our second bomb of the night, Yossi Hop, fellow Resident Evil 7 speedrunner, I believe,
Yes.
with $1,000. And she said, over the past few weeks, the things I have seen made me speechless. To see people treat others in such a way without a care, a second thought must come to an end. So come on, spread the change, share the love and the kindness. Speak up and be the change for the future.
Yeah.
Also, I just like tofu.
Heck yeah, tofu.
Let's go. Anne-Marie Anne-Ma donated $40 and says, hey guys, I'm sad I arrived at the end of the discussion because it seems like I missed something really important here. I'll be watching the VOD. Thank you for fighting the good fight. I'm so damn proud of this community. Big love.
Contacted me.
Person Sue donated $10 and they say, good luck on the
Hey,
runs.
Person Sue, thank you very much.
A $10 anonymous donation says, it must be the 5G because I'm feeling charitable.
What the hell's going on?
Daddy's coming.
Install
We need to
antennas
go.
everywhere.
Daddy?
We
And
need to
then,
go now.
We got a $10 donation by Kogu who says, if a kid is born in Canada but both parents are from Europe, is the kid Canadian or European? Asking for Grenton.
That is one of my my WoW guildies.
Are you gonna tell me what's going on?
Thank
Well,
you.
that was a solid 40-man raid on the donations right there.
Oh, you did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
And thanks everyone for the donations. It's amazing.
Yeah, thank you everyone. I really do appreciate all the support. It's been absolutely heartwarming and inspiring to see. So thank you everyone for just, you know, speaking up, donating, doing what you can. Also, Mia, can you please move faster? I got places to go.
I miss me a walking simulator.
Tasha was like, come on, he's got donations to read. No, we're good, Mia. We went through everything.
Okay. Mia, we got through all the donations. Now if you could just hop, skip, and step.
Yep. I gotta say, you know, going this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go for it.
You know, when we announced this event, we got called for a pretty big opportunity that fell through kind of 3/4 in, and we had already announced this event. We're going to push it back by a week or two, pending the answer from the other
That
event.
wasn't me.
So a lot of things kind of they were in limbo for a couple of weeks, as you probably noticed. And when everything just kind of, we're like, okay, so we're focusing on the Resident Evil event. The other one's not happening
We have to go this way.
because the other one was time sensitive, had to happen a certain weekend. Well, this weekend really.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know what to expect. It was our first online event. I felt like we were rushing it a little bit, but then again, that's, you know, what we do. We speedrun organizing events, and and not
Speedrunning at
organize
the
speedrunning
event
events.
and before the event.
Exactly, it's what we do. And this being our first event, and with the system that we put through, you know, we did testing, like, you know, over a couple of evenings. Like we had community nights and all that stuff. We were testing the RTMP server and everything. It seemed to work well, but I mean, we never had like an online event with the entire workflow and everything that it entails. So I didn't know what to expect. It's not that I was expecting it to go bad or anything, but I'll just say this: whatever my expectations were, they got nuked to orbit.
Yeah, for real.
Like, honestly, my expectations were Alderaan, and you guys came in like the Death Star. Like,
Yeah, thank you so much for putting all this
Insane.
together. Like, you and the team of NoReset. Like, thank you guys.
It's been awesome. Thank you.
well, thank you, because like I always keep saying, you know, like, thanks to all the runners, everyone behind the scenes, all the donators, everyone in chat, because, you know, yes, if it wasn't for me and the crew, there wouldn't be a NoReset. But if it wasn't for everyone, you know, there would be no NoReset going forward, because, you know, I didn't do this all by myself. And if you take out the runners, there's no runs, there's no event. Take out the volunteers, we'd probably go into burnout and just, you know, fall down the stairs. If
Or, you know, in this case, fall up the stairs.
yeah, exactly.
Hi, Mia. How's it going?
You know, and what I would say is, like, you know, a lot of people saying, you know, if it wasn't for you, the, you know, and I'm like, listen, every time I appreciate the kind words and everything, but really, we owe so much more to each and every single one of you than you could ever possibly imagine, and I just want to thank you for all of that. And that's why, you know, Smash Fiend mentioned how, you know, he the level best actually in Smash Fiend touched upon it, but they're like, oh, you know, this event feels really connected and, you know, organic, and it's just, that's, no matter how big we grow, no matter what happens, that's what I want to keep. This sense of community and unity within everyone on both sides of the stream. And like I said, we had like close to 10,000 people watching at some point. We banned 66 of them. I've never seen that on a stream that had so many viewers.
Yeah.
Usually, like, you see timeouts and bans being handled left and right, and we didn't even need to. And I think that's testament to the kind of community that we've been fostering and trying to build. You know, and I've had to put my foot down, I think, twice in NoReset's history to tell people, like, you know, that's why I draw the line, and that's it. Otherwise, everyone's been wonderful, and we are absolutely lucky to have each and every single one of you, and I thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for letting us be a part of it.
And for hosting all these amazing runners.
The pleasure is all ours.
Now we gotta ask the real questions. All right, Mia.
That chef knife don't mean nothing.
Yeah, so we did do half of this run earlier, so now we're actually restarting. Pretty much couldn't explain a lot of things, so now we're gonna have a whole run where I can actually, you know, tell you guys what's going on. So new game is probably, I don't know, I prefer new game. Mar has had experience with both new game plus and new game. New game is probably one of my favorite categories to run. I've put thousands of hours into this category, like over 1,000 hours anyways, and it's definitely a fun one. If there's anybody who's ever considering getting into RE7 or into speedrunning, RE7 is probably the one category, like one game that's very chill and easy to get into.
Yeah, there's not, especially, well, I was gonna say, in the easy categories, whether it's New Game Plus or New Game, there's not a lot of RNG, like, at all. And to be fair, there's really no RNG in the game at all, except for the crates. The crates will have different ammo or health items and things like that.
Yep.
You kind of have to rely on the crates more in the new game Madhouse category, because you're kind of at the mercy there for like shotgun shells and stuff.
Yeah, easy's very, very consistent. I believe that new game Madhouse is actually still very unoptimized, because there's not a lot of people that want to run it. It's one hell of a category to run. And if you do get into any of the easy categories, there is one thing that is worth mentioning: the difference between the Steam version and SetOD. So the Steam version is technically the gory version. It has no censorship, but in the SetOD version, it has a lot of it. Where you don't lose limbs. There's no, you know, no people losing their hands, losing their heads, stuff like that. And of course, because of that, the hands glitch out and things kind of get a little wonky because they're supposed to not be there. The reason why we do run the SetRD version is because it does save about 25 seconds. If you do not run this and you're going for world record, well, you're gonna have a hard time. I'll tell you that. But save the limbs, save the time.
Yeah, you could still get a really good time.
Oh, yeah.
You could still get a really good time on the Steam version, but if you're grinding for those world record times, you definitely need the 25-second time save with the SetRD version.
Mm-hmm. So let's hope we can get the one shot on Mia.
Steam version could be an incentive technically in a future event. Like, do you want the gore? Pay up.
There you go. So yeah, Kat's setting up here for the Mia 2 boss fight.
Woo!
You basically want to have a good setup there. Oh, you did get it. Nice, well done. So yeah, she definitely got it.
Get out of here, Mia!
We actually didn't explain too much about the axe either. So,
yeah, so
go ahead.
the axe is the only weapon that is tied to frame rate. So we basically turn off everything, shadows, everything you name it. So the game looks like garbage, but it's only because it's meant to be a thing. So we only ever need to turn everything off and have the highest frame rate just for this section, so we can kill Mia or get her down in one shot. If you don't get her down in one shot, you might get her down in like 2 shots, 3 shots. But the optimal way to do that fight is clean one slice and that's it. So basically, because it's a high frame rate, the axe is almost like it's hitting her 50 times instead of just the one time. But you're only hitting her the one time, but the game thinks you hit her 50 times. So that's why she goes down in one shot and not in like 2 to 3 or 5, 10, whatever. Madhouse a little bit different. I think you can get her down in like 2, 3 shots.
Yeah, I think most people get her down in like 4 or 5 maybe. I think it depends. What's interesting, when you do the Mia one hit in the easy category, you know, you're just basically doing one heavy swing into her. But when you're doing it on Madhouse, you have to alternate between the regular swing, which will stagger her, and then those clipped heavy swings. So
exactly.
A little more tech. I mean, they both setups have a lot of technique to them, but you have to be more mindful.
Takes
on
a
the Madhouse
lot of
category.
practice for those setups too, because a lot of people don't understand that it's not that easy. It takes a little bit of time for knowing where to set up, how to set it up, and all that. So it's really satisfying when you get it, though.
And the hits sound so satisfying
Oh
too.
yeah, I love it.
I know, right?
It
It's
sounds like
just
it sounds like when you had a little like when you put like a playing card on your bike spokes.
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So,
He's done
while
it. Oh,
Ethan
Mommy.
is discovering a very particular southern diet, do we have time for donations?
Yeah, for sure.
Because they keep coming. We have Among Ghost who donated $5 and says, "Here in support of my 2 favorite RE speedrunners and for equality. Also, Mia, do you need some mints? That breath." And then
Thank you, Among.
Bokaj, I think I read that right. Bokaj,
Boka.
1999 with Boka with $15 says, "Hey KatLink, KLink love, KLink hug. I enjoyed listening to all of you talk. Thank you so much."
Oh, thanks, Boka. I appreciate you. Hi, Boka.
And Tyler Swank donated
Hey,
$25
Tyler.
and says, "Since we're starting again, I'm donating again. Good luck, Kat, and most importantly, Black Lives Matter."
Oh yeah, dude. Thank you
Heck
so much,
yeah.
Tyler.
And then Zengro donated $20 and says,
Hey, Zen.
Listening to the conversations today has been an experience, and I am glad I was able to be here for it. Thank you, NoReset, for making this happen, and to everyone supporting a great cause. Good luck on the run, Kat. You'll kill it. Love." Also,
man.
Tofu for the win.
Heck yeah.
Ooh, okay.
All right. So what Kat's doing here? So this is what we call the Jack hallway. You basically have to grab the latch key and touch the aux door with the key, all while avoiding Jack.
Yeah, and sometimes he'll grab you when you're trying to grab the key, so And that's always it's a little RNG, I guess you could say, because you never know what his movement is going to be in that moment. It could either be a swing, or it can be a grab, or so that's why usually I duck. So that way if he does go for a grab, he'll generally miss me. But sometimes he gets a little magnet, and he just grabs you, and he just pushes you all over the place, and then he smacks you around, and it's not a good time. It's not great, but you know, we got lucky. So we do go up to the door a little bit early, so you saw that I tried to go up to the door and do something with it. So basically that's, there's a reason behind that. So essentially we want to spawn the cop that shows up. The only way we can do that is by trying to use that door. So we do it early, so he spawns early.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that thing on your wrist is a codex.
Little codex, you know, my Apple iWatch.
Yeah, no.
Totally not inspired by Apple.
Totally not. That being said, though, speaking of apples, because that's something that you can eat, you know what else you can eat? Olives. So I just wanted to chat that right now the tally's at 4, and once we reach 11,500, we're bumping it up by 1 to 5, and then we'll keep going for every $500 that we reach.
Yep. We're already at 4. If you guys really want to make me suffer, make me eat an olive. I promise you that. It's not a great time for me, but hey, it's for a good cause. I'm here for it.
Just think of it as like, you know, if you put your mind to it, maybe it'll, like, if you think of something you really like, and, you know, like,
Chocolate
picture
cake?
This is chocolate. This is chocolate.
It's totally chocolate.
This is chocolate.
It's really sour chocolate.
Oh, very salty chocolate.
Oh, man.
Salty little nasties.
Wait, you gotta give me your gun.
You gotta give me your gun, bro.
Sir, can you give me your pistol? Please, sir.
Like,
Pistol?
man, you look crazy. I'm not giving you my gun.
What's really funny is when you run this on New Game Plus, so you grab all of your weapons that you need from the item box in that save room that Kat was just
Oh yeah,
in.
and he's still asking for a gun.
Yeah, so Ethan has like a circular saw and like this really powerful pistol.
The Albert gun.
Yeah.
And he's still asking for a gun.
Nah, but you know, a knife works out pretty well. We're gonna need that to slash open some crates here soon.
I like how he says, "What am I gonna do with a knife?" And it instantly just like opens a crate.
RE4 powerful knife. Not as powerful like taking down enemies, but open up crates, yeah.
Hey, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Sometimes that box on the side gets a little funky and it starts flying all over the place. It's funny every single time. Hello, Deputy Chevelle.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
So for this one, Jack Baker's gonna dig deep.
A little bit, a little too deep.
Just a little bit.
Oh.
Fuck it. I'm gonna kill every one of you.
So for this Jack 1 boss fight here, what Kat's gonna do is she's just gonna go right into the car and then immediately just go right out.
Yep.
Then Jack will kind of rip the car door off and try to run you over with it, but we're gonna kill him before he's able to do that. So just some knife slashes and a couple bullets to the face will do that. Well done, Kat.
Yes.
That was quick.
Could have been a little bit better, but hey. That door's also freaking out. Door, are you okay, door?
It's really funny seeing some of the assets freak out here, because sometimes it's the car door, sometimes it's like these
boxes
little,
or tires.
And if you guys have a watchful eye, if anyone played Resident Evil 3 Remake, that's the same car that Jill had.
Yep.
It was just orange.
Huh.
Our Resident Evil, well, at least like RE2, RE3, they've reused assets from RE7, so it's always interesting, like, point those out.
Do I have your attention, boy?
You're about to see something wonderful.
Fuck!
Something we noted in the first run, but didn't explain a little bit here. Kat was doing some stuff there in her inventory while Jack was kind of getting out of the car and stuff. So that's essentially, you know, what we call menuing.
Yeah.
You'll be opening up your inventory at various points in the run because the inventory operates in real time.
Mm-hmm.
So while like doors are opening or you know, characters are talking, you can access your inventory and move your cursor. And the great thing about the inventory in RE7 is that the cursor will stay exactly where you last put it.
It's amazing. I love it.
So as long as you remember where your cursor's at, it can help you set up for future interactions. So like here with this door, you know, Kat was able to put in that statuette and get right through. So
Yeah,
very
and
important part of speedruns.
I set up my cursor exactly where I needed to be for what I need to use next. So it does take a little bit of time to remember what you're going to be using next and where you need your cursor at all times. And sometimes even when I come back for derusting, I tend to forget sometimes, and it can mess you up a bit.
But it definitely keeps you on your feet the whole time you're running. You're like, oh, goodness, did I menu correctly? Or
Did I do the thing properly?
sometimes at various points in the run, you'll like open up your inventory just to double check that your cursor is where it's at. So pretty. So Kat here is setting up the out of bounds. There is an out of bounds that is usable here in the speedrun. So basically what she's going to do, she's going to go solve a couple puzzles before Jack gets to her, essentially. So she'll solve the clock puzzle, move her cursor so it's over the wooden statuette puzzle, grab that dog head, and Jack will drop down. You want his attention, but you want to keep him close, but not too close.
Yeah. Otherwise he'll break through the wall, and you don't want him to break through the wall because then he goes through this whole animation, it pauses you for a bit, and yeah, so you want to try to... Oh. So you want to try to set it up where he's close enough where he won't go through that wall, because if he's around the corner, then he'll just smash through it, and you don't want that. So right now we're just going to wait for him to come through this door, so that gives us a perfect amount of time to set up for what items we need next. Are you on to me, though? So we're just going to do a little bit of a magic trick here. So we're just going to get Jack to come up here and stumble him a little bit. And we're going to stare at this wall. We're going to watch paint dry for a minute. And voila. We're right through the wall.
Woo!
So there is a specific...
Out of bounds.
Yes. So there is a specific way you want to walk into this area, because if you go too much to the right, too much to the left, you will load in certain assets that you don't want to load in. Otherwise, you won't be able to get here and fall right through.
Well done.
Awesome. You know what else is awesome?
What?
We got $130 from Pedlo25, who says, didn't want to see you suffer with an extra olive, but still wanted to give to what really mattered, which brings us to $11,499.
Awesome.
My goodness. Thank you, Pedlo. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we just need that extra dollar, and 5 olives it is.
Alright. Oh. I got a little too happy there with the menu. Excuse me, coming through.
So, quick note, the main reason we did the out of bounds was so we could pick up this item called a red key card. We're going to need that for an area later, but basically it saves about 13 seconds, 17 seconds.
Literally the only out of bounds that's actually useful. There are plenty of out of bounds in this game, but of course, because the game is very dependent on the story, you can't just go from, ending, start to end.
Man, he just did it. This is Sparta kick to you.
Yep.
Alright.
Quick question. So is there like a no major glitch or no out of bounds category for this game?
Nope.
There is not.
So that out of bounds, how much time does it save you, give or take?
Depending on, because there's a couple different routes you can take for that out of bounds. It should save about 17 seconds.
Oh, you're gonna be in a really bad spot, aren't you?
That's happened to me before too. Actually, let's see.
That's not what I wanted. That's okay. We got the one cycle.
Yeah.
So generally we try to do like an animation skip, where we completely skip that whole entire thing that you just saw, where he just explodes instead. But unfortunately, sometimes you fall into having to do the animation, which is fine. It's better than having to restart the chainsaw entirely. And now we have no chainsaw. Rest in peace, chainsaw. It was nice knowing you.
Yeah, that boss fight can be really tricky. You know, the first part of the fight's fine because you're using all the enhanced ammo on his face and on his growth, but once you pick up that chainsaw, I mean, you have to be very, very specific on the timing, or else the whole strat. Like, if you miss a swing by just like a second or two, or if you do the regular swing instead of like the holding down, like the hold down motion, I mean, you got to be very, very specific on that fight. Still, well done, Kat.
And you want to go exactly for his head, which is, of course, his weak point. If you go for anywhere else, that's why you saw me probably set up for, because I was aiming for his body at one point, and unfortunately I wasn't at his head, so I had to reposition myself, but of course, that was, you know, it still ended up okay. You know, we got through it. I'm happy with it.
Still great.
Well, I gotta say though, you know, people watching at home are going for your weak point because Martha Sar donated $20 and just says olive.
Keep them coming though, guys. I appreciate. I will gladly eat olives for the cause.
It's for a good cause.
All right. I'm hoping I didn't forget any shotgun shell pickups.
No, you got them all. You got the one from the locker. You got the one from the shelf. So you're good.
Cool. All right, so now we're gonna pick up the broken shotgun. So a lot of people don't know that this shotgun is actually way more, like it's a lot more powerful than the actual regular shotgun that you can get from the trap room. So we tend to get the broken shotgun, repair it, and then once we've repaired it, that's all we use for the entirety of the run.
Yeah, it's definitely up there as like one of the more powerful weapons in this game. Of course, you know, a Magnum, anytime a Magnum's in a Resident Evil game, that's the most powerful one, but
there's so little ammo for it that it's absolutely useless to use unless you have infinite ammo.
Yeah, not worth it. We don't even use it in the New Game Plus speedruns, just because you have to go out of your way to collect the coins and then put them in the little cage, so yeah, just not worth. But the M21 shotgun here is really OP and it's really fun to use, so I'm glad we get to use it.
Hello? There we go. Yeah, the big reason why I love New Game, it's like, it's a very simple run, but it also has a little bit of it, like its own challenges. It's also, in my opinion, it's still a little unoptimized compared to New Game Plus, which there are tons and tons and tons of runners, and there's still tons of runners for New Game Plus. So there's still probably a ton of time to save off of New Game, but in my opinion, I love handling a shotgun. It's a lot of fun. In my opinion, it's my favorite weapon in any game. And also, you know, you don't have to switch between... The only time you really have to switch between your shotgun and your pistol is when you need to finish off something or you need the enhanced ammo for the pistol, which is very, very strong in itself.
Yeah, and you use that enhanced ammo for pretty much every boss fight, except for Jack 3.
Yeah, Jack 3 we all shoddy. All right, so we're gonna pick up this these gunpowder. Sometimes you can do so. The fun thing about New Game is that the menuing can be done in many different ways, but still can be done just as fast as any other way. So sometimes there's a strat like where you can just pick up that gunpowder after you leave Old House, but I prefer to pick it up before. Makes things easier for me, I guess.
Yeah, I pick it up afterwards, just because, I don't know, like, we did mention in the first run that, you know, your menuing, you should just, a lot of people have different ways of menuing and organizing their inventory, just whatever's quickest for you, so...
it's not like there's a standard... Hello, Marge! Well, that's rude.
Well, dang.
Dang, I see how it is.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, if you're sensitive to spiders or bugs, this is not the level for you.
Shut up, Mom!
Yeah, bugs are her friend. You'll see plenty of bugs around here.
Oh, yeah.
Her boss fight is, it's something else.
Probably, like, the scariest boss fight in this game. And so creepy.
Yeah. And of course, her shadow puzzle is a spider. Because why not? I found the shadow puzzles in this game were very underwhelming. In my own opinion, I found it was lacking in the puzzle department for this game, but for a speedrun, I mean, Easy peasy. You move your mouse a certain way and you're done.
Just memorize how to move your mouse and you're good.
Yeah, like even I can still optimize my mouse movement for the shadow puzzles. Like I said, New Game is still very unoptimized, and although I've been trying to grind for a world record on and off like for a while.
It's a pretty fun category because, like, you know, you gotta be like a little more hyper aware because, like, all the shotgun shell pickups that we do, you know, you need like
every single one of them.
Yeah, like earlier Cat destroyed that bug nest, and it's like you could use 2 shotgun shells on it, but you can't use any more because you need all the rest of the shotgun shells for upcoming boss fights. So you kind of have to.
Yeah, so if you mess that up, you generally either move to your pistol or move to your knife, or reset.
Or reset. Yeah, there you go.
All right, so hopefully Marge doesn't see me here. So there is a little thing that we do where we go around Marge. Hi, Marge.
Yeah, you can go like right in front of her. You can't. She doesn't really see you, so it's really nice.
Sometimes she does though, and it's the worst because she'll send like a hive of bugs after you, and you kind of just have to take it.
And tank that damage.
Yeah.
I mean, Ethan tanked a chainsaw to the hand, so I think he can take a couple bug bites.
Yeah, he's fine. All right, so now we got the crow key, I believe it is. I forget the keys half the time. I'm just like, the key. I need the key.
It is the crow key. You were right.
Yes.
By the way, you mentioned Marge, and it just reminded me of something very sad that I've learned today. The voice actor for Homer Simpson's, the Quebecois French-Canadian version, he passed away today.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's a rest in peace. That's unfortunate.
Seriously.
Nice.
I mean, I grew up with the Simpsons in French, and yeah, lots of fun memories. I will cherish every dough from here onwards. Whenever I watch the Simpsons, I don't know how they're gonna go forward. They already changed. The voice actor had changed for the past couple of months because he was, you know, battling with illness already. But rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Rest in paradise, my friend.
Nice March 1 boss fight. You did well.
Yeah, so that fight on knife only is the biggest pain in my existence. I hate that fight on knife only so much. Woo! So that fight's pretty simple, but if you don't know how to handle it right away, basically you have, like, if say you're doing it with knife only, you're sitting there slashing for a good 10 minutes.
Really?
And that's a lot of clicking. So very ouchy on the wrist. I did it a bit, and then I had to stop because it was starting to hurt my wrist a lot.
I still need to check the second floor here.
So yeah, do not recommend this run, knife only. And I know Yossi, I believe, does it on Madhouse, if I remember correct.
She did for a good bit, but she's been running the New Game Plus categories for a good bit.
Oh, yes.
All right, cool.
We got it.
Kat did the lantern skip, which is a nice like 10-second time save. Gets to skip Marge grabbing the lamp there.
She grabs it early. So basically we look at the ceiling, which it looks a little funky, but basically we look at the ceiling to open the hole in the hole. And then once that's open, if you fall in a specific way, you actually cause Marge to come out and grab the lantern early. It bugs it out for some reason, but yeah, it's a really good skip that was found like a while ago.
Yeah, and then Rossi, who also runs this game, and one of the mods, he found like a good use for it, so definitely imperative.
Well, by the way, I just want to remind people, Flan is standing at $121, but actually that's $921 because if I'm not mistaken, it was... my mind has failed me. Tierna donated 800 and forgot to put it towards the incentive, but they mentioned it in chat. So that means that it's a little less than $135 away from Tofu. So it's a bid war between Flan and Tofu. Let your donations be heard.
think, okay, we're good. Oh,
Nice. Okay.
sorry, I was really
Well
worried because she was not doing exactly what I needed her to do, and I was a little concerned. I was like, Marge, you good? So there's a very specific way you want to deal with that,
Just fucking stay dead, okay?
with that fight. So you want her to be... I don't know how to explain it without it being very confusing, but essentially you just want to set her up in certain ways because depending on where you are in that room, she'll move differently. And so you want to be in specific spots so that way she is consistently in this like same place that you need her. But sometimes if you're a little too far to the right or a little too close, she'll do something completely different and throw you off completely, which is very annoying. I've reset so many times because of Marge. It's but she was good. I was able to recover that, so I'm happy.
Yeah, you did great. Yeah, March 2 is like a very challenging boss fight. Definitely a big reset point for any top
category.
runner.
Yeah, any category, any runner. It's like that is one point that everybody struggles with at some point or another.
Yeah, definitely a lot of like manipulating her animations. Making sure she spawns like in that corner. You look up at the ceiling, making sure she spawns in the corner, being like right in front of her, so she like does particular movements and stuff. So
yeah, and if you look up, she'll spawn below. If you look down, she'll spawn above.
Yeah.
And if she goes back into a hole, it's very random of where she will be, but generally she'll be in the same like one of the same two places. You just have to judge off of like audio cues.
Mm-hmm. And another really important thing in that in that boss fight that you'll see Kat doing in upcoming boss fights, with the shotgun, you do this thing called a animation reload cancel.
Yeah.
So as soon as Ethan puts that second shell in his shotgun, you press space to block, and it'll save a couple seconds.
Yeah, so you don't have to go through the entirety of the animation, which is really nice, and it's actually a common thing in Resident Evil speedruns where you do a lot of like animation cancels. I know RE1 Classic has it with the menu cancel. If you're shooting your grenade launcher or something, you'll go into the menu, jump out of the menu, and then immediately you can start running again. So it's actually a pretty common thing ever since the beginning of the series, which is great. But we do that quite a bit in this run with the shotgun. Even with the handgun, I've done it a few times, depending on if I have to do my menuing quick. And away we go.
So coming up right now, Kat's gonna do pretty nice, simple skip. It's what we call the trailer skip.
We're just gonna touch this corner, and away we go. So as soon as you hear that phone ring, you know you got it. So like I said earlier, this game is very dependent on triggers. So say there's certain phone calls or certain things you have to do, like the out of bounds skip that we did, we still have to do something else to make sure the game continues properly. Otherwise, it's gonna soft lock you essentially. So there's a lot of little things that we'll do to refrain from that happening. Hello, Grandma. Goodbye, Grandma. Grandma just chilling. She having a good time.
She keeps teleporting too. How does she do that?
Yeah, I don't know. Magic or some sort. Hello. Goodbye. So this is a big reason why we do set OD. So generally we have to go into the cop's neck. Nope. We just grab the key off the table and we keep on going. That saves a lot of time. And it's the biggest time save for the censored version.
Yeah, it's huge. It's like, because the animation where Ethan sticks his hand in that throat, it's a very scary scene, but in terms of speedrunning, you want to save time, get that Sarah D version.
Yep. So yeah, that I like ever since I started speedrunning the Sarah D version, I don't think I could ever go back. Like it's so different too, like the way it feels, the way like certain characters react, like it's very, very different.
Yeah, I know the Jack 1 boss fight is like a little bit different in terms of like where Ethan is standing or something like that. So yeah, from what I understand, they like feel different.
So you know how we got the red key card earlier? So this is the puzzle we have to do in order to keep the game going and thinking that we did the puzzle to get it and didn't cheat the game and went out of bounds and got it early. Alright.
No soft locks here.
Nope, we will be having none of it. So we're gonna reload. I like to keep my enhanced ammo in my menu until we get to this point so nothing takes that item slot, because we're gonna need these key cards to open a door, and we like to have them in a certain spot. This is actually the hardest shadow puzzle. I'd like to mention how much this shadow puzzle is a pain in the ass.
It's very particular.
It hates everyone. It's so picky. Like, if you have it even slightly out of place, like, it looks like you have it, but no, it doesn't like it.
I think it's mainly because of that axe handle. Like, that
yeah.
has to be like perfectly lined up, or else like the shadow's gonna be like, nope,
Yeah,
you don't
pretty
got
much.
it.
Exactly. All right, so now we're done with the entirety of Old House and the mansion. So now we're going to go over to probably one of my favorite sections, the Lucas TV section.
Otherwise known as the party barn.
Yes, I love this section. I can reenact the entire cutscene with Lucas and the TV, so I've seen it way too many times. And
Ethan sits way too close to the TV.
I know. It's Lucas's IRL stream.
Goodness.
He's giving it a try for the first time.
He'd be at the top of just chatting.
Ethan.
Oh yeah, you guys are sensitive to any like body horror?
Yeah, he does pull out his fingernail at one point. Just a forewarning, if that is sensitive to you, please look away now.
Yeah, don't look if you do not like that, because it's ugh.
Yeah,
gross.
it took me a little bit of time to get used to.
There's no blood, but it's still disturbing.
Yeah. No, Ethan. That ain't special. This right here is special. You see, Ethan? Not everybody wants to turn back the clock. What? What, Evelyn? Well, I'm just trying to show him. Not everybody wants to go back to how things were before my stupid. You know what I'm saying? That I don't want to go back before my father found y'all. I screwed that one up.
That's okay.
I love this
You got the
cutscene.
accent down.
So, Ethan, you can crawl around underneath that filthy, rotten house all you want looking for them ingredients, but if you ain't finding a goddamn thing, Ethan, you want to make that serum? Ooh, baby. Not through me, you hear? So, Ethan, what do you say? And of course, Ethan's colorful vocabulary.
Like I said, he sat way too close.
Whoa, a little too close, yeah. So we're gonna do a little special thing with the bombs here.
When I was a kid, my mom always used to tell me, don't sit so close to the damn TV, and I now know why.
Yep, that's exactly why. So Kat's making her way through these bomb rooms, and it requires some pretty specific shooting. She did some really nice shooting there, so well done.
Yeah, it's a very, very... It took me a bit of time to get used to it. The old strat used to be just go up to the bombs, block. That's literally how it used to be, and now it's just specifically shoot them in a certain way. 0621. No, it's 0514. Come on, take a chance, you never know. And we're not gonna do anything.
Yeah, don't enter a password, please don't. if you enter in the password that you know, it's gonna change later. So definitely wait to put in that password.
So we're gonna do a retry point. This actually puts us ahead of the door, and it also gives us a minor speed boost. We do that. You probably noticed that I did do a lot of retries here and there. That is essentially why.
Kat also put away her items in that item box there. So a puzzle we're gonna do later, the cool Happy Birthday escape room puzzle. You can't go in there with any items. So while that whole sequence is happening, you put away pretty much all your items there, save for the pistol and shotgun. For
I take the shotgun usually, but basically, well, it used to be you would shoot the molded with the shotgun, but now the strat is just 10 enhanced ammo to the head, and you should be good. I take the knife now for backup, just in case things go a little south, because sometimes you miss a shot because the head's moving everywhere. Oh, yeah! We got some shotgun shells. That was a good day. All right, so now we're waiting for a molded buddy to come down. We want to stay out of the way because he's gonna do a puke.
He's had way too much to eat.
42.
Let me know when there's a good time for a couple donations.
Yeah, I missed one of the shots. So that's fine. Now would actually be a good time for donations.
Awesome. So we have a two-parter from DDG, $1 and $2.22, and he says, "Who leaves a counter at $4.99? Seriously though, I have to get ready for work. But I'll take this time to thank every single runner who agreed to be part of this event, everyone who volunteered, who watched, who came to talk and made this event the success that it's been. And thank you, G-Virus, for believing in me and letting me help putting it all together. Thank you all so much. I hate that I have to leave now, but I'm so proud to be a part of it. Good luck, KatLink and Spoopy on the runs. Damn, 300 characters is not much, isn't it, Kappa?"
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Dom, for being an absolute trooper. And also, Dom told me to thank Egdisis, because he's the one who invited him to the Resident Evil speedrunning Discord. And that's pretty much where all the magic happened for DD to find all the runners and recruit them for this event. So thank you, Egdisis, as well. And Strahat QC donated $10. And VGR donated $10 and says, "Let's go flan mode. Thanks again to all the runners and volunteers. This event has been amazing to be a part of. Like always, I couldn't be more proud of everyone, especially for my first event as an admin. I appreciate all the hard work everyone put out there for such a great cause. And big kudos to VGR for setting up the RTMP setup and working tech with me and Shokushu remotely, doing all the tech setups with all the runners and everything over the past week, along with Willow the Whisper, who's in chat right now, I believe. Thank you to the both of you for making all the tech magic happen for this event. Thank you."
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now keep those donations coming in. Like I said, every 500 mark, I will be eating another olive. We will be adding it to the tally, and at the end of my run, I'll be having a feast, it seems. All right. So this puzzle room is the same no matter how you look at it, what you do. There's no RNG to this. It's always the same. Which makes it really consistent and nice for speedrunning, but for replayability, once you know the password and once you know everything, it's pretty straightforward.
It's still a nice change of pace, though.
All
the
the
shooting and
I actually loved this part of the run. Like I said, this is one of my favorite parts of the run. Later on in the run, it gets a little dull, as you could say. So
this one's at least entertaining.
Yeah. Happy birthday! It's not my birthday, chat.
Oh, what a birthday! It exploded.
Motherfucker! You're supposed to die!
So, Lucas decides to throw a bomb into the room, but we aren't gonna have any of that, so we're gonna just go ahead and throw that bomb into the wall and wait. You can actually wait on the side here. We used to block for good measure, but you actually don't have to block. You can just go right through. Because apparently Ethan is... Not only can he withstand chainsaws, he can withstand explosions.
I think Lucas watched way too many Looney Tunes
Maybe.
when he dropped that dynamite in the room.
So for menuing in the item boxes, we actually use 2 confirms. We don't use just one, because if you use just one, it's actually very slow. So if what I do is I put F and my side mouse button as my double confirm. So when
It's
I'm
really nice.
yeah, so when I'm selecting things in my menu or in the item box to like grab things quickly, I spam the 2 confirms and then it's just so a nice little tip for anybody who does speedrun this game and had no idea. There you go. Or if you're looking into speedrunning this game, I don't know. There you go.
Takes a little bit to get used to that double bind, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very useful.
It's really, really nice to have. So, like when I think it was me and Sarthex, which huge shout out to Sarthex because he was one of the people who taught me a lot about this game. He pushed me to thrive to be really good at like everything that I do, and like kind of like the teacher or the student surpasses the teacher type thing, and he was very happy for me when that happened. But yeah, so he helped me a lot with the double bind and everything.
Zoe?
Good guy Star.
Good guy, Sar.
Do you have both ingredients?
No, I don't.
Right here.
Kidding.
If we make them fast enough.
So we're gonna do a little trick here. We're gonna give her the arm and the head. She's gonna make a serum. While she's doing that, generally you can wait around for her to make it, and it takes a bit. She goes through an animation, yada yada yada. But if you just come down here, activate that like voice line, I guess you could say, she'll be waiting right here, ready to go.
Hey, one of those is mine.
So you can instantly just pick it up and away we go to Jack 3.
Get your ass back to the house.
I will deal with you later. Alright, so Mar, if you want to go ahead and explain this.
Absolutely. So the M21 shotgun will be your main weapon in this fight. So Kat's gonna do this really interesting shot down there in the floorboards. You basically destroy the tail eyeball on the bottom of his tail. Because if you don't, then you have to wait for him to get back up to the second floor, and it's a whole big thing there. So you have to make sure you get that first shot. It's very, very important, and Kat was able to with ease, so well done on that. And basically when you come down here, you're just unloading that shotgun into each eyeball. Some eyeballs take 2 shots, other ones take just 1. But yeah.
Yeah, sometimes the iframes are a little too much. Yeah.
But yeah, well, I was gonna say, yeah. I was so stuck on the iframes pun. But yeah, so you use your animation reload cancel here as well, at multiple points. But yeah, he is down. Well done, Kat.
There you go. Yes, sometimes like the iframes in this fight are very annoying to deal with, because unfortunately there's nothing you can really do about it. You just kind of have to accept it. Let's see, what's in the bags?
Handgun ammo.
Absolutely nothing good.
First aid, eh.
Alright, so we're going to set up our cursor for when we're going to need it next. Wait for Zoe to come out.
Ethan, this way.
And spam the confirm!
He just does not give up, does he?
Serum on him.
You want me to cure him?
I want to note that she says use the serum on him, and then we're gonna see the situation that occurs right after the fact that she says this.
And she acts so surprised.
Yeah, that's the thing that always gets me.
How can there only be 1 left?
How? What are we gonna do?
Come on, Mia's waiting for us.
So basically the game will give you the one and only choice you have in this game.
Yes, so there is a choice you can make in this game. Quite frankly, it does not change anything. Literally, it just doesn't change at all. Zilch, not a nothing.
There's one of them. There's only one left.
There's only one left. What do you mean?
There's only one left. There can't just be one left. What the hell are we gonna do now?
And guess who we choose?
We're gonna go with Mia. So you can choose between Mia and Zoe. We choose Mia because it is the faster decision to make. Because if you choose Zoe, you get an extra boss fight. So of course you don't want to lose 30 seconds and choose Zoe. Sorry, Zoe. We'd love to take you too, but unfortunately we have time to save. So if you choose Mia, you don't have to do the extra boss fight. You just kind of dilly-dally to the next section. Alright, jeez, Zoe, chill. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me. Time for donations. If you
Save
have
the
any.
frame, save the wife.
Well, one thing's for sure is that the gloves are off on that bid war.
Oh,
Tier just dropped $200 on top of the previous $800.
my
Bring
God!
the love.
Wow.
Go Team NoReset, and they dropped it on Flan, which means that right now, as it stands, we gotta add an additional 800 manually because of the little donation selection mishap from earlier. But I have about 50 tabs open.
Only way.
It, you know, you're not really living unless you have 40 tabs open.
Yeah, no, that's my life.
So Fly is at 331 plus 800. That means 1131.
Damn.
With Tofu not lagging behind at 1045, so it's still,
Yeah.
you know,
I know you've been
they
through
still
a
have
lot.
time to keep
We need to talk.
waging war on that bid.
There's something to do with all this.
Let's get some more of those donations. That bid is going
I just
strong.
want to know the truth.
Now, excuse me, I'll go back to my butter chicken poutine.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
It's amazing.
Try.
If you're in Montreal, order Spice Bros if you can. There's one downtown. Like, I
I'll
mean
keep
it.
that
To
in
anyone
mind.
listening, if you're in Montreal, order from Spice Bros. Get the butter chicken poutine.
Oh yeah,
Actually get
Spice Bros
everything
is
on their
actually
menu.
so good. I love Spice Bros.
They're great. They actually opened the first one here in the West Island.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
St. Catherine was actually it was their first attempt at a franchise, and now there's one opening in Laval,
hell was that?
and they're expanding. And honestly, the owner's super chill, and
Nice.
it's really cool. They're really successful. I'm really happy.
I think I've ordered from them like once or twice. They're actually really good.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, funny thing about this section, no matter if you choose Mia or Zoe, you will always come to this section playing as Zoe.
Mia.
Or Mia, sorry. It's been a long day. But
It's
yes,
okay.
you always come back to this section as Mia. Why? I don't know. No matter who you choose. Zoe, Mia, you're coming back as Mia.
If you guys want to know what happens to Zoe, stay tuned for the upcoming DLC
Yes.
run and called End of Zoe, ran by Spoopy Penguin. Definitely answers all those questions there.
It also validates our choice in the speedrun.
How convenient, we can't even see Ethan's face.
I know. There's only like a fraction of a section, or like fraction of a second in like the beginning of the ending of the game actually, where you kind of see his face, but like not really.
It's like encased in shadows still.
Yeah. Like you never actually get to see Ethan's face. All right. So this part, a casual playthrough. It's a lot of reading. A lot of enemies, a lot of reading, and there's a bit of cutscenes here and there, which kind of explains why Mia was there and what, like, who Evelyn is. And another fun fact, actually, the creator of Fear, I think the person who wrote the story for Fear, but the creator of Fear, essentially, also wrote the story for Resident Evil 7.
Nice.
Which makes a lot of sense considering how you see Evelyn, and if you've played Fear, you'll understand. Which Fear was great until 3.
Never actually played any of those games.
They're pretty good.
What's this about Mia being a choice?
So Mia is essentially a choice. You get to choose between Mia and Zoe. You can heal. You can cure one or the other. Also, Capcom making copy pastas. But yeah, essentially you can choose between Mia and Zoe to cure, and who you take in the boat with you. Essentially, I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but like, I kind of want to spoil it. The game's been out for a bit, but like...
Yeah, I knew about the choice, but something in chat, and I was just like, huh, what did I miss? So yeah, you...
Basically, if you choose Mia, you know, you get the canon ending and basically what's supposed to transpire in the game. But if you choose Zoe, you get a longer cutscene on the little raft boat, speedboat thingy, and then you get an extra boss fight with Mia, which changes.
Yeah, and also, yeah, people might die if you choose Zoe, maybe.
Yeah. They might disappear. Who knows? Find out for yourself.
Yeah. Alright. Slowly inching our way. So that's Evelyn, for those who had no idea who I was talking about. She's a spoopy little girl.
Gotta have a spooky kid in a horror game.
Dream, snake eater, ladder boss. Sorry. Like, there's so many times when you're taking ladders in this section.
What a thrill.
What a thrill. In darkness and silence through the night. Sorry. Alright. Hello, Moded.
But you're so
supreme.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
You're pretty good.
You're pretty good. Alright.
So something we didn't mention at all, so there's a bunch of different videotapes scattered throughout the game, where you could like watch for lore and stuff like that. But there's one videotape in the game you cannot skip, and it's this one right here.
Yep. Essentially, you have to do this boat section 2 times. Not 1 time, 2 times. But it's basically like, this is like a flashback, if you will. It's kind of what happened before they crashed the boat.
She must have infected me during the...
And everybody's favorite character, Alan!
Oh, good guy, Alan.
Oh, Alan.
He's a guy who likes to talk a lot.
Oh, yeah. So when we found there was a skip to skip his talking, oh my...
It's my fault she got out.
Woo! It was great. I loved it. It saved 17 seconds, I think, for the first skip.
She didn't attack you?
Yeah, it's about that.
15, 17 seconds, which is a lot of talking.
Yeah, basically throughout this videotape, he's going to call you a couple times, but you can skip both of those. Well, you can skip all of the first phone call, but during the second phone call, you can progress through, which is nice because when you're talking to him on your watch, essentially, you can't open any doors or access your inventory or use items really. So we get to skip those 2 things.
Yeah.
Kat's actually coming up on the first Alan skip. Basically, you open up these double doors, interact, and then you interact with the mold at maximum distance.
How's it going?
Oh, it's okay.
No.
It's okay.
So this is what I mean by he talks a lot.
We're gonna be seeing a lot more of her.
We can't go out through the door. We can't do anything. We have to let him talk.
Find her and fast. This is getting out of hand.
But it's okay because on PC, it's like you have to be very quick on it, so it's totally fine.
Yeah, you have to be basically as close as you can without like. So once you see like your confirm button, basically you want to be as close as possible where you aren't like I don't know how to really explain it. Essentially, you want to be as close as possible without being too close to the vomit, but close enough to the door, but able to confirm and then turn around immediately. Get out of my elevator!
Bye, sir. Yeah, You actually don't have to kill that guy. You just have to kind of push him out a little bit. Push him out lightly.
So now I got a question though, in terms of the routing, the overall routing. So now you got the secret tape. So now are you going for skate or are you going for the secret gap?
Ask that one more time. Sorry.
Yeah, apologize. I didn't.
No, it's all good. I didn't expect this one to register right away, anyways. But
You're good.
So now you found the secret tape. Now are you going for skate or are you going for the secret gap?
Secret gap?
Secret.
There's always one in every level.
Oh man, it's been a while since I played this casually.
Oh yeah, I haven't played this. Literally, I played it casually once, never played it casually again. Not gonna lie, it's been a long time since I was like, you know what, I feel like playing this casually. So I honestly can't remember a lot of the little things in this game.
I love this because it's perfect.
Yeah, the only purpose this videotape serves is just to like progress. Like
it's basically part of the story, just to keep going.
Oh, but I thought you would unlock the pro videos in the pro shop.
Wait. What did you call me?
Pro shop. Thinking.
Thinking. Emoji.
I'm honestly.
My favorite is the Bale compilation, but that's just me.
Yes, but she ran off. She's making more friends.
Shut up, Alan.
Those things
Okay, let's hope this setup is right.
Oh, we didn't explain what was coming up here. So,
Are you okay?
Kat set up a remote bomb.
Oh,
here
thank God!
Oh,
Later!
Judging by that reaction, she definitely got it. Hooray!
Oh, yeah. I was nervous about that because you have to place that bomb specifically in a certain spot, or else it's going to knock you over, or it's just going to do a lot of damage to you. So basically, by putting it in the right exact spot, you can get away like scot-free without having to do anything. Same with that bomb. You place it in the right spot and you can just go right by everything. You just kind of have to wait and see if something comes up, because usually there's always something.
What's really funny about these molded, when you're aiming like the handgun or the machine gun at them, they will like put their arm up and it looks like they're dabbing. I always thought that was so silly.
My alarm clock just went off.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was just like, I hear loud metal noises. I need to turn off my alarm clock.
Was that like to wake up, to eat?
Oh, that's my wake up, but like usually I'm waking up around now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so good morning to me. I don't generally do a lot of early or evening stuff.
Well, good day.
Don't hit me, don't hit me. Ah, you silly molded.
Whoa. That was... He attacked from like quite a
A
distance.
million yards? Yeah, he does that.
It's interesting.
At least he didn't put me in danger, so we'll take that.
Do people
Yeah.
run 100% on this game?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I have world record for 100%.
Oh really?
Yes.
She does,
So-
yeah.
So New Game Plus 100%, can you actually play as Spider-Man, since when you get everything, you unlock him?
Spider-Man?
Sure.
Sure, yes. Definitely.
We'll go with that.
Where's Evie?
I'm sorry, I'm having way too much fun at your expense. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Well, it's a good thing we're
Oh my goodness.
It's funny because I see in chat who's in on it and actually got it.
Yeah,
It's perfect.
I noticed that too, where everyone's like laughing and I'm like, oh man, I totally don't get it, but it's okay.
I trust you. That little
Oh,
bitch, she
man.
never trusted me. Okay, wait. Evie, no, Evie.
Alan,
So this cutscene here, you're basically just kind of waiting. Alan's infected with the mold, so you get to see him kind of go through a big dramatic thing.
He's going through some stuff, you know.
He's having some
Hey.
issues.
He's got some tummy issues.
6 feet, Mia, god damn it. Mia, you're gonna get infected. Social distancing, come
6
on.
feet!
Oh no.
Alan, where's your damn mask?
Oh,
gee.
we're getting very close to, I just want to say sorry. We're getting very, very close to 12K.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would like to remind you guys, I will be eating an olive for every 500 mark. So if we reach $1,200, I will be adding another one to the tally. and I'll be eating pretty much all of them at the end of my run. So you guys have until the end of my run, which means you guys have about 30 minutes left.
Yep.
Yep.
And 12,000 means 6 olives total. Right now we're at 5.
Yes.
And also, Flan is still ahead, but not by much. About less than $100 actually.
Mm-hmm.
We're only $258 away from 12K. You guys can do it. We can do it.
I believe. So this is the only cutscene that you can skip in the game.
Literally.
The only one. Literally, there is no other cutscenes you can skip in this game except for that one.
Okay.
It's because it's a cinematic, so it's like a movie.
Yeah, it's not
within the game.
interactive or anything.
Yeah, so you can skip that. You could skip the 2 at the end, but that's the only one in the actual run that you can skip that, you know, affects the timer and all that stuff.
And I don't need you anymore.
Oh man, the VR influence there.
Yep. This game was very heavily involved with the idea of VR in mind. So now we're doing the boat section again.
I can't wait to do the 900 in VR.
Okay. So actually, Yasi messaged me. She said, "It's about Tony Hawk." So 900, you mean Tony Hawk, right?
Busted.
Okay. Jeez. Man, exposing us.
I'm like, I was gonna make a secret tape joke, and I'm like, let's see how far I can take this.
Oh, I get it with the tapes now. Oh my god. Jeez.
That's why I said, are you going for skate? The letters that you pick up, or the secret gap? Because in every level, there's like one gap you need to jump. That's just like a random name, and you need to figure out where it is.
Yeah, and then there's a random tape.
Is it bad that I don't really know Tony Hawk very well?
No, it's fine because you'll get a chance to discover it all over again for the first time ever when they release the remaster of this. That
fall. Is true. I did hear about that.
Yeah, I played a ton of Tony Hawk 3 growing up, so the memories are slowly flooding back.
Yeah, I had a friend, like one of my old best friends, who was super into Tony Hawk, but I wasn't, unfortunately. But I'd definitely love to play it now that it's going to be out again.
Oh yeah, but definitely. I mean, Tony Hawk in VR would require a barf bag upon purchase.
Stupid,
oh goodness.
Stupid god door.
Yeah, so it's possible there to get what we call the god door, and basically you want to open that door at like the last possible moment, pick up that corrosive, and then you could still go out the door before it closes, but it can be very, very tricky to get. It's nearly impossible to get it on console, hence the name God Door, but it could still be pretty tricky on PC. You gotta be pretty particular with your timing.
And it also might be attached, I think it's a little bit attached to frame rate as well. So the higher the frame rate, the faster it closes, I would assume. I need to test it on different frame rates, but yeah, it's one door that literally can save me a second in my PB, which is quite annoying. Every single time it closes, I'm like, well, there goes a second.
Yeah, I think I've had splits before where I got God Door, and then like the next attempt when I was playing and I didn't get it, I was like, oh, 1 second time lost. I wonder from what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, just so you don't think I've been going insane, the Spider-Man one was actually a Tony Hawk reference as well.
Oh.
He was a secret character in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 because Neversoft at the time also developed the Spider-Man game on the PlayStation 1.
Oh, that's cool.
Alright, so we're gonna yoink that. Thank you very much.
So, we didn't explain what's going on, but that's okay because it's pretty quick. So, the elevator that we saw in the flashback videotape, it's broken now. Well, it broke. So when we came back into the present time,
we're collecting stuff to fix it.
Yeah. So all you need is just a fuse and a power cable, and we just got the fuse that we had earlier, and then Kat just grabbed that power cable, and that's literally all you need. I know it can be pretty easy to get lost on this section, but you eventually get used to the layout.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Like, it becomes very easy to remember where you need to go. This section for 100% is way more complicated just because there's coins you have to pick up. And oh my goodness, trying to route this whole place for 100% was quite a hassle because I had to remember where all the coins were. Oh, he kind of backed up. That was cool.
Yeah, that molded sometimes can back up like that, which is nice.
He'll either back up out of the way completely or he'll like jump at you. And either way, it's not too bad for him to do one or the other, but you know, it's the best one is when he jumps out of the way so you don't have to strafe. Alright.
Always really nice to get that.
So now we're coming to the conclusion that the boat section is over. And now we are done. Hello,
Hooray.
Ethan.
And time.
No, soon.
Soon, not yet. Don't pause the timer yet.
Okay, I got you.
Ethan.
So the reason you retry at that point is because it loads you into this cutscene just a little bit quicker. One
Yeah.
of the
I
other
let it
options.
sit a little too long because unfortunately it doesn't jump right into it. You have to like confirm.
Yeah.
So sometimes I
Cutscene is so
forget.
sad.
Yeah, this cutscene pretty much explains and shows you what the Baker family was before the infection happened. Before Evelyn came into their lives and who they truly are. And they're actually like really like a nice, humble family that lived out in the middle of nowhere. And, you know, they took in Evelyn. And I think they also took Mia in at the same time. But they took Evelyn in. And they try to, you know, take care of her, clothe her, fed her, stuff like that. And then everything...
So she infects you and then she takes control?
You know, no good deed goes unpunished, basically. Could be the subtitle for this game.
This cutscene's always really nice to watch just because, like, you know, the whole time we see Jack in this game, he's like so relentless and violent and stuff, but you know, he's just a man with, you know, that nice old southern hospitality who, you know, wanted to do good, and his family's not as bad as, you know, they were made out to be. So.
You're a different person.
Yeah.
Just like me.
If anything, they're the true victims here. Except for Lucas, he was a little bit, you know.
Lucas, I think Lucas the entire time, like I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, he was unaffected by everything going on. And I think Zoe was also unaffected by everything because she wasn't in the house most of the time. She was a lot of the time in her own trailer in the front yard, which is the trailer that you see. But that is Zoe's trailer.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
Yep. Go ahead.
So Namashnog donated $1 and he says, "So here I am, doing everything I can, holding on to what I am, pretending I'm a Superman."
Oh my.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I told you I'm not gonna hurt you. Don't you dare.
Well, this pod's been muted now.
I think we actually want to be careful because DMCAs have been going out like hotcakes recently.
Oh, I did
Ooh,
hear about
hotcakes.
that.
Yum.
Not good hotcakes, bad hotcakes, moldy hotcakes, bad hotcakes.
Oh, I don't want molded hotcakes.
We don't want no molded hotcakes.
Evelyn, keep your hotcakes.
No matter how delicious it may look.
So this is the part where things would change. So this is where the extra boss fight would be. So when you pick Mia, she pushes you out, but if you pick Zoe, she pulls you back in, and that's when the boss fight starts.
Saving your life.
And it's pretty reminiscent to the guest house boss fights where you just have the axe. But here you just find a crowbar on the ground and that's your weapon. So it's not a fun boss fight.
Yeah. It's basically the same boss fight as the Mia attic boss fight at the beginning of the game. It's really nothing different. You just get a crowbar instead of an axe. So now we're reaching up the final stretch of the game. We're going to be going to the salt mines, where things can get a little salty. Thankfully, in New Game Easy and New Game Plus Easy, it's not that bad. Madhouse, on the other hand, it definitely screams salt. And dead fish. Lots of dead fish. Anybody want some fish? Maybe some sushi?
Oh, That's not
Maybe
fresh
not.
sushi,
Maybe
though.
not from these fish. It's not sashimi.
It's like the sushi you would get from like a Subway.
Oh yikes!
Subway sushi. Can't go wrong with that, right?
Now, to be fair, that Netflix documentary, or I know it was on Netflix. I don't think it was from Netflix, but Jiro Dreams of Sushi. I know that sushi place in Japan is at a subway station, and it's like the best sushi in the world. So, but elsewhere with Subway sushi, who knows? Might be questionable.
Well, there's this really reputed sushi place in Tokyo who lost one or all their Michelin stars because they can only seat like 4 people at a time. And it's so exclusive, and there's like 3 years, like you have to wait for 3 years to be on the waiting list, and it's insane.
That's gnarly.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So these molded here, you actually don't have to kill any of them if you don't want to, but it's sometimes safe measure just to kill at least one.
Yeah, generally I just kill the one that's in my way. There's another one that actually, for whatever reason, he like hits you and makes you press the button faster. It's almost like he cancels the animation on you. It used to not be so consistent, but all of a sudden I've been getting it like every time. We're gonna shoot that bomb ahead. So
Yeah, you have to wait. You have to wait a little bit for you to even get out of this elevator. So during that little bit of downtime, you just shoot that bomb in the background.
Yeah, it helps so you don't have to deal with it and deal with that molded on top of that.
Mm-hmm. Because we didn't explain, but those crawlers do so much damage.
Oh, they're the most pain in the butt thing. Like, the regular molded, not so bad, but the crawlers, they will jump everywhere, left, right. Sometimes you'll miss a shot, and it's like, okay, I see you.
Sometimes they'll do like a double hit on you.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so...
Now, you know there can't be a Resident Evil game without some underground hidden lab somewhere.
Of course.
So, we're coming up on one just about here in a second.
Yeah, but it's like a low budget, you know, secondary branch, out of the beaten path, forgotten lab.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the bags?
What is in the box?
So while that necrotoxin is synthesizing, you pick up a neuro round for your grenade launcher. We actually didn't talk too much on the grenade launcher here.
Oh yeah,
so,
mainly because
totally
you don't use it until really you get to the mines. You can get it earlier, but you need the crow key, I believe, to open up a door to get it. But usually in the speedrun, we get it at the end, and we leave it at that.
Yeah, the newer Resident Evil games have this thing where if there's a very powerful weapon and you don't get it early on, it'll teleport to the end of the game because they're like, you need this. So,
you will be needing this at some point or another. Don't thank us later. All right.
So this retry right here is actually the most important retry in the game. Your movement
you go
speed
so fast.
Yeah, your movement speed gets so boosted, and it actually saves about 13 seconds, so you definitely want to do that retry.
Yeah, if you don't, you're gonna be so slow, and you're gonna be hating yourself later on. Oh, that was rude, sir.
Oh, jeez. Nice hug.
There we go.
Yeah, and you just use that M21 shotgun throughout this whole sequence here. That's all you need.
Yep, you just shoot everything down. Whee!
Quick reminder that we're just over $250 away from having KatLink eat a 6th olive.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows, maybe some other hidden secret incentive. I'm winking right now. You don't see it. My mouth is wide open. I'm winking like super hard.
Oh, no.
Oh. We believe you.
Yeah, so on Madhouse, you'd actually have to shoot some bombs there. But on Easy, you just shoot the neuro round, freeze the big guys up, and then once they're frozen, you can go up the ladder, which makes things a little bit easier. If you don't have that, though, you're probably going to be you're probably going to be chased for a little bit and spit on, and you can't get up the ladder. I think my first time ever speedrunning this game, I was able to get up the ladder without anything. I just ran up and went. And I remember some people who were speedrunning RE7 were watching, and they're like, what the hell? How did you... But like...
How did this happen?
You forgot something there.
Yeah, because normally with those two big boys down there, you saw them earlier in the barn where they just puke.
Yeah, and the puke just knocks you down. It like gets you in this animation of ah.
Yeah, so you
I
could
like
be...
the vomit.
Yeah.
I like the vomit.
Jeez. You could be like halfway up the ladder or almost to the top, and then you could get puked on and then fall all the way to the bottom. So
Yeah.
that can suck.
Yeah, sometimes you'll be almost all the way at the top. You'll be right about the time where you're gonna pull yourself up, but no, you're gonna get spit on and drop down.
Yeah, so that's why that neuro round is really useful there, because then it just kind of stuns them in place for, you know, a few seconds or so, and enough time for you to get up the ladder.
Yep.
Then maybe you'll play nice.
I'm
Oh
not
no,
playing.
Evie.
No, get that away from me! Goodbye. So Mia kind of chases us around with a chainsaw in this section, but we just kind of run away.
It's just a hallucination, so it's okay.
Yeah. She'll pop up randomly and like swing at you, but you're fine.
It's all good.
I don't think they do damage, right? The hallucinations?
Get away!
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure. I don't think they do damage. No.
So here, Evie is being a little bit gassy.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
We finally get to see who the real Evie was this entire time. Grandma?
Spoilers. It's the grandma.
Grandma with her messy hair. Grandma, you need to get your hair fixed, girl. It's sticking up in all ends.
Oh, Grandma, we don't hate you. It's just, you know, you gotta die.
I like how it looks like her hair was like held in place with like some spiky gel. Or...
Yeah. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Damn you. Damn you all to hell.
Yeah, so Grandma Evie will just kind of disintegrate into the house, but then turn into like a moldy monster house. And
This is the most underwhelming boss fight of my life.
I know, right?
yeah, no matter what difficulty you're on, you're just like, oh, that's it?
Quick shots galore, let's go.
Alright, that's done. It's honestly like, I remember my first playthrough and I was just like, that's it? Really?
Yep.
Just
That's it? That's all she wrote?
I was like, all that build up for like
absolutely
not
just
much.
yeah, it was a lot of the fights I found were really underwhelming in this, like very anticlimactic. I was just like okay.
Actually, the March 2 boss fight was still probably like the best one.
GG's.
Oh, it's GG's coming up soon.
Oh yeah, once the screen goes to black, then we're gonna call that's time.
So this part here, it doesn't matter how much ammo you put into her, it will not speed it up. Essentially just a,
You just wait for her to pick you up.
yeah, it's an auto scroller, so...
If you could like vocally call time, because I have the delay, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna be off.
no worries.
Are you good?
Thank you. By the way, we got a $20 donation by Kazi. Thank you, Kazi. Naskazi.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Final stretch. If someone wants to snipe the 12,000 olive, let's do it.
Still got a few seconds here.
Alright. Use it! So that was what was in the box. The Albert. So you just have to shoot.
Mark something.
It is named after Wesker.
Shoot specifically in certain spots, so you hit her face at all times, and she's dead.
That's it.
And we're gonna be calling time in just a moment.
When the screen fades to black. Woo, GG's cat. Well done.
Yes.
GG.
And we're
You
gonna
did
call
it.
time in
That's some bad dry skin right there.
Oof. Needs to switch up that routine.
Yep.
Eventually,
hey, guys.
and time.
There you go.
Let's go.
Yay, GG's cat. Woo!
GG.
GG's.
I'm not a hero. Never was.
My
Never
original
will be.
My original estimate was actually an hour 35 minutes, but my first run I didn't realize they had it set to an hour 30, and I was just like, y'all making me look way too impressive. My goodness, I'm gonna make a fool out of myself.
No, you did amazing.
And that was a good run, 132.45.
I'm ready for you.
So one thing we didn't mention, so that's the RTA.
Yeah.
We actually go by in-game time for this game, so she actually finished it much quicker there because the timer stops like when you go to retry and all that stuff.
Yep. And also, anytime you go into the menu, if you go into like the pause menu, that pauses the in-game time. So I just want to say thank you to everybody watching. We have 5 olives to eat.
Did I?
Y'all making me eat salty little nasties. Okay, I see you. But thank you guys for donating to such a great cause, and keep donating because we still have the Resident Evil 7 DLC coming up. Thank you though for being here watching, and if you were here for my first try at the run, if you were listening to the discussion that happened and you stuck around for that, thank you so much for listening. Yeah, be good to each other, treat each other how you wish to be treated, and you know, keep fighting the good fight.
Who made them that way?
Heck yeah.
And well, thank you so much for being with us and having that incentive. I'm pretty sure it drove quite a few donations.
Yeah.
And
These guys are here to clean up the mess.
I gotta say, you know, I can't understand people who don't like
just come
olives,
to
but
terms
that's
with
just me.
losing me.
I'm Greek. Like, what do you expect?
But now she's back and wants to start
The
over.
Everyone has their
nasties!
All this
thing.
behind us.
Let me get them
The jar of
going.
Joy.
And Mar, G-Virus, thank you guys so much for being here with me, for commentary and some good laughs. I
My
appreciate
absolute
it.
pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Kat. And thank you, G-Virus, for having us here and hosting this amazing event.
Yeah, thank you
Well,
so much.
Well, thank you for being here with us as well. And it's my absolute pleasure. And an honor to have each and every single one of you. Honestly, it's just, like I said, we started this thing like as a small community event doing shots in a bar like 5 years ago. And it's grown so much more beyond that, beyond all my expectations.
I'm not 131.56.
That's awesome.
No, you skipped. I'm sorry, Yossi. I'm sorry. I was really excited to see what my time was. I literally have been like I did one practice run before I came on tonight, and I was like, oh, I did one practice run. I'm fine. I can do this. I haven't ran this game in a while. I'll be fine.
And then you had another practice run, essentially.
Essentially, yeah. So that's not so bad. But 131.56 for D-Rust, essentially, not bad. Not
Let's
bad.
go.
That's amazing. Well done.
Should I eat all
By the
of?
way, so what's the deal with the olives? Is it one at a time, or you're gonna go like?
That's what I was
bottoms up?
about to ask. Do you guys want me to eat all of them at the same time, or do you guys want to?
Yeah, I say we kind of,
Maybe
you
two at
know.
a time?
I don't want to. I don't want to hold
I would
up.
say one at a time. Oh, you're not holding up. Trust me, it's all good.
All
I
right.
say we maximize the entertainment one olive at a time.
Nah. Actually, eating them all at once is terrible. I hate it. It like it's terrible.
Multiple at a time, then. You got this.
Okay. Okay, we're good.
Just think of it as chocolate.
Just think of it as chocolate. Yes, that's it.
Really soft chocolate.
It's chocolate. It's chocolate. It's a chocolate. Oh, chocolate. Oh, chocolate.
Oh, goodness.
Mm.
That face.
Oh no.
Oh, that I can feel that.
Ew.
That's one, right?
Oh yeah,
I
that's
got
one.
one.
That's
Oh,
one.
4 more to go with 20% through. But we're going for the hundo here.
The Hondo
No.
speed run.
Okay.
I would like to commend KatLink for her sacrifice for the greater good.
For the greater good.
Oh my goodness.
Totally worth.
Oh. I don't even know if I can go full screen for you guys. Ooh. Oh god, okay. And
Was
now
that
this is another one. I'm like taking sips of my drink every so often. I'm gonna be drinking a ton of wine after this. Alright, another one. Cheers, my friends.
Another one.
Ooh. Oh, that one had a lot of juice in it.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh my god.
I want to hear
Oh
like the
my
final
God.
countdown playing or something in the background. But wait, no, D stuff.
The DMCAs have been at large recently, so I don't want to risk it. Three. Oh! Okay. There are two more.
Alright. Almost there.
4. I'm just gonna start eating them all real fast. Thank you all for donating to the good cause. I appreciate it. I don't appreciate these olives, but I appreciate y'all.
I appreciate everyone taking the time out of their day to
Oh.
stop by.
I mean, you offered the stretch goal for extra olives. I just, you know,
Oh. Oh, okay. One more!
One more.
And then we're done.
that's the final split.
Oh, the last split. Let's go. I love you guys.
We love you too, Kat. You did
We
amazing.
love you too.
Oh.
You did great.
Okay. Okay.
You did it.
We did it. I did it. We did it.
We did it.
Oh!
Can we get some love?
If they come out, you have to do it all over again.
No.
Oh.
Can we get some loves in the chat for
Oh,
Miss
man.
Cat and for G Virus and for this great event? Come on.
Thank you.
So amazing.
I'm just gonna say, olive is actually an anagram for I love.
Oh. It totally is.
Oh,
All right.
lots of love in the chat. Why do I have olives on hand? Because my chat likes to torture me with olives. And also $500 per olive. I'd like to see this I'd like to see this get you $12,000 by the end of the event. Maybe let's even go for more. But we have some more Resident Evil 7 coming up with who is our names? It's been a day.
So Spoopy Penguin.
Spoopy Penguin, that's it. I was like, I know it's Spoopy something, but I don't want to mess up the animal.
Well, that's actually perfect timing because this is exactly what we're gonna play next. Not a hero.
Yeah, Not a Hero is going to be next. Stick around. Again, thank you guys for being here. If y'all don't know who I am, my name is KatLink. I am mainly a horror broadcaster. I love the horror genre. I also do a lot of speedrunning from time to time. I've been on a break, but I take it out once in a while. And I also play some off-the-wall games. So if you guys are interested in that at all, come say hi. I would love to have any of you come by. But with that being said, more important matters are at hand. And that's going to be it for me. And also check out Marforia. Give her some love as well. She's been great. I'm pointing behind me like she would be behind me. Like I would have a couch here.
Couch.
Yeah.
I saw that. I got that.
But yeah, also check out Marforia. She's a lovely lady. And thank you very much again for commenting.
Thanks, Kat.
And thanks to the both of you for being here. Kat, that was an amazing run. Marforia, thank you for the on-point commentary and driving those olives. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for hosting this.
Yeah.
It was my absolute pleasure. And with that being said, we're going to go to a quick break, get Resident Evil 7 DLC ready. Bless you.
Excuse me.
took. I mean, that's the olives, right? Like,
Yep,
I get
pretty
that.
much. All right.
You need a KatLink burp emote.
I
unless you
do
already
have one actually.
Oh, let's go.
Where is it? There it is.
There it
Oh,
is.
let's go.
Oh,
Awesome.
oops.
All right, so we're going to take a quick burp. Yeah, a quick break.
quick burp.
And we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
All right. Later, guys.
Take care.
Take care.